DC Comics and HBO recently wrapped the first season of Peacemaker, which of course starred John Cena. Now, we did learn that they are returning for a second season, and James Gunn is working on another project for DC. Rumors have persisted of what it is and who it's going to feature. One site was dare enough to call out James Gunn and say they know what it is, and they should have known better. I've talked about this before, but boy, they should have known better. So I have talked about this before, even recently. If your favorite scooper out there, who you choose to believe on all the things they report on, every single day or every other day or a couple times a week, they seem to have a scoop on something going on that's giant. That seems to come from literally the people so deep in the trench mines that you would think Marvel Studios and DC could go, oh, we know exactly who leaked that, but somehow, none of them seem to know anything about any James Gunn project. The key there being that James Gunn will call you out. So they're just making stuff up and most people believe them, which is why when we talk about this on the podcast and such, we go, well, reportedly this is being, reported and this is what they're saying, but obviously take it with a grain of salt. Recently, somebody was stupid enough to literally try and say they knew something was going on with a James Gunn project. And we've seen recently, if you state something, if it's wrong or there's no truth behind it, James Gunn will just come after you. So recently, Giant Frickin' Robot, who we've talked about here before, I talked about some of their rumors and scoops and just outright pointed out that, well, they're making stuff up in some of these. It doesn't even make sense. Like, there's literally the complete opposite of that happening, but their exclusive is there. People have said they're the new, we got this covered. I don't think they're that bad, but, if you will, you will. Well, they reported a exclusive that Peacemaker Season 2 primary antagonist will be Bane. And, that took off because people are like, well, they're right. They're verified. They got the scoops. Look at these previous scoops they've gotten right. And it's like, well, they've gotten 1 in 100. But if you take 1,000 guesses a week, something's bound to be right. So James Gunn quickly, and I mean quickly and decisively decided to end this before anything else could happen. He essentially took a nuke and just dropped this straight on this report, saying, and I quote, "Don't you know by now to make sure of this stuff before posting? This is bullshit. No one knows what's coming but me, and even I don't fully know." End quote.
Good God, that was brutal.
So there you go. There you go. There's all the evidence you need. The man himself going, no, you're making stuff up. Again, just go back to what I said before. Go look at all your favorite insiders and scoopers and what they're saying on their Twitters and whatever, OnlyFans, I don't know what they use these days. Whatever they're saying on there. And notice how there's always a lack of James Gunn scoops. Let that be a clue. Let that be a warning, I guess, for them as well. Some of them are clearly smart enough and have woken up to the fact that he'll call them out, so they just don't do it anymore. But yeah, this is one of those things where if you say it, James Gunn will annihilate you.